On this channel, a senior mama starts at 7 years in the company. When you've been 7 years, you know what I'm trying to say? You get it. Then yeah, you've done your time. You have truly done your time at that point. Now, in my eyes, you can be expedited to a senior mama at 5 years if you are also an IOE instructor, a lead instructor, a line check holder, or a domicile supervisor. That bumps you up to senior mama. Welcome back to my channel, Pristine Posse. In today's video, we're gonna talk all about senior mamas today. So tap in, be sure to like the video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the Pristine Posse if you haven't already done so. Let's get into the story time. So I was on reserve, PM shift 9 to 9, and they gave me a stand-up. So a stand-up is, of course, where you work a very late flight at night, and then you have minimum hours rest. Then you take a flight in the morning, and then you're done. So I look at the trip, and I see that I'm working with a senior mama. Now, I've never worked with someone who had a seniority that high. Her seniority was so high. I've never worked with anyone whose seniority was that high. I mean, like, she's literally had to have worked here since the late 1900s. She probably was the first flight attendant of this company. So I look at her employee picture, and the picture has a little bit of RBF in the picture. Like, it's almost as if she gave a forced smile, like she didn't want to smile. So that already had me nervous to work the flight. Not only is she very senior, but then her picture looks like she is going to be mean. I'm already trying to mentally prepare myself that whatever happens, just be cool, be easy. It's 2 flights, just relax, right? Now, I will preface this by saying that when we take our employee ID picture, we only take one, and that's during training. And that's your picture for your entire career. You don't take another one. It doesn't matter if you get big, if you get small, if your hair grows, if you lose an eye, if you get lip fillers, nothing. You do not take another picture. Now, I say all that to say, I took my picture in 2021, okay? We had digital cameras. I think everyone only got like 1 take. I told that cameraman, I was like, look, we only get 1 picture, so you gotta look out for me, okay? You need to show me the picture because I need it to be perfect. And I took like 4 pics because no, I wanted to come out pristine, okay? This is the last picture I'm ever gonna take with this company, so it needs to be great. So he was able to work with me. He showed me the picture. I was like, let's do it again. No, let's do it again. We got the perfect picture. Now, this senior mama took her pictures back in the late 1900s. I don't know if she had the opportunity to look at her picture. Like, I'm sure they just snapped it and they were like, you have to wait 3 weeks to see this. So if you weren't ready, oh well, next. So I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna say that she wasn't ready to take the picture because it was just not a favorable picture, okay? Fast forward, I go to work and she's already there. I walk on board. We make eye contact and I'm like, hey. And she's like putting up stuff. This is her. Hi. Goes back to doing her stuff. Like, very much like, okay, little girl, bye. Like, get out of my face. So I'm already like, okay, great. That first interaction, the way that someone says hey really sets the tone. So I'm already getting the vibe that she's not in the mood, like, girl, don't look at me, leave me alone. And I'm like, okay, great. Let me just stay in my lane, mind my business, not do too much, not say too much. We have 2 flights together. Hopefully she's not mean or being difficult. Even if she is, just stay calm. So I go to the back. I'm working the aft, she's the forward, and I'm putting my stuff up. And then she comes to the back. I'm already having anxiety, like, why do you have to come back here and bother me? Like, what are you about to say? If you're still with me, please drop a blue heart down in the comments. Also, be sure to check out my Patreon for exclusive content and tips to help you excel in your flight attendant journey. Anyways, let's get back into the story time. So she walks down to the back. For the purpose of this video, we're gonna call her Betty. So Betty walks to the back and she's like, hey, I'm Betty. Nice to meet you. I have not been to work in about 2 months, so my mind is a little bit frazzled. I'm trying to adjust myself to everything. I commuted here from Sarasota, Florida, and I literally just got here. I'm super tired, X, Y, and Z. Then she says these golden words. Let me know if you want to do service or not. I don't care. Just let me know what you want to do. Y'all, at that moment when she said, let me know what you want to do, that's when I knew Miss Betty White was a golden girl, okay? She's not a senior mama. She's a golden girl. Perfect senior mama to work with, okay? We need to separate the senior mamas. There's golden girls and there's Miss Trunchbull. This was a golden girl. She was so nice. She was so cool. She gave me a bunch of tips, okay, about the job, how to do things, just how to do things with ease. She was very helpful. And she was a complete pleasure to work with. She was so cool. We even talked about her picture because I was like, girl, I didn't know what the vibes were gonna be because your picture. And she was like, oh my God, I hate that picture. I wasn't ready, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, okay, because I was nervous. I was nervous just off the picture, and then your seniority was so high. And she was like, no, that's definitely not the case. So she was super nice. Also, when a senior mama says, let me know what you want to do, it just gives you a piece of ease because it's like, okay, you're letting me be in charge of my section of the aircraft instead of trying to tell me what to do and trying to mother me, be a senior mama. That line just lets you know, okay, she's on board, she's gonna let me do my job, and she's gonna do hers, and she's gonna stay in her lane, and I'm gonna stay in mine. This is gonna be a perfect flight. Here's the thing that I wanna tell y'all. A senior mama can evolve into a golden girl, like at any moment. But it truly, 90% of the time, it depends on you, okay? It depends on your attitude. You can't go in with your guard up. You have to be cool. Break the ice and speak first, say hi, be inviting, be welcoming, even if they have their guard up. They've been here for a while. They've had way more experiences than you have. So you gotta go in with your guard down, being cool. Also, you must be receptive to advice and or instructions. Sometimes senior mamas do have a habit of giving you advice or telling you what to do, but that's just their natural habit to do. Just take the advice and take the instructions with a grain of salt. Don't take anything personal. And that will put a little bit of ease on your experience working with a senior mama. Now, I have worked with senior mamas who are a Miss Trunchbull, exactly like the lady from Matilda, if you've seen Matilda. If you're new, you guys have to check out my story time about working with the Miss Trunchbull. Remind me and I will link that story time down below in the comments because she was an experience in herself. However, I have worked with another one and we can talk about that really quickly. So basically, she was just very condescending. Her tone was condescending, the things she would say, just a condescending attitude. I worked with her for a 4-day. It was annoying. She'd never set up my cart, but she would just stand there and watch me set up my cart every single time. As I'm pushing off the cart, I tell her, I'll press the call button if I need you. Then she's like, oh, well, technically you're not supposed to press the call button. You're supposed to just wave me down, or I'm supposed to check on you repeatedly. And I was like, girl, today I'm gonna press the call button if I need you. Thank you. We also had an 8 a.m. flight one morning, and I'm setting up my own cart because she didn't set it up for me, which that's optional, but honestly, most flight attendants do set up your cart for you. She didn't do it at all. So she didn't make coffee, and then she says, let me know if you need coffee. Listen, if it is any time before 11 a.m. and the coffee machine is working, make coffee. It's understood to make coffee. So I don't know why she thought no one was gonna ask for coffee. Literally everyone asked for coffee that morning. as they should because it's the morning. So that was annoying. Then within our 4-day, as I'm doing service as the apt, there was a person who did press the call button and they needed something. So she goes to help him. Then she comes to me and says, "Oh, you didn't pass out napkins? He needed a napkin because he spilled his drink." Girl, everyone literally has a napkin because when I do service, it's a drink, pretzel, cookie, and a napkin. I didn't just magically skip him. Number two, if he spilled a drink, obviously the one napkin that I gave him is not going to take care of the spilled drink. I don't know why she even wasted her time asking me that dumb question. Like, you didn't pass out napkins? Like, girl, please get out of my face asking me dumb questions. So that was her energy. Fast forward about 3 months later, I had to do a turn with her. And of course, I don't remember everyone because we work with so many different people, but I will always remember the bad ones, the ones I do not care for. And she's a Miss Trunchbull. I don't care for her. When I saw her name on the trip, I was like, okay, we're gonna have an interesting day. Now, what I will say about her is that she is consistently condescending. So I'm gonna give her that. That's just her energy because 3 months later, you still have the same energy. Not only was she condescending to me, she was condescending to the gate agents and catering. So that's just her aura. Her aura is just very rude, condescending. And what can you do? You literally can't do anything. Also, her energy is just very, the glass is half empty type of attitude. And she complained a lot during the trip. It's almost as if she wanted to bond over complaining about work and passengers and just little minor inconveniences. But that's not me, okay? I'm not a part of that party. So I was just like, girl, I'm gonna read my book. Bye. I'm not doing that. Those are the senior mamas that there's just really nothing you can do but keep to yourself, honestly. And out of all of the senior mamas that I've worked with, I've literally only worked with 2 who were a Trunchbull. Only 2, so that's pretty good. But let me know in the comments, have you ever worked with a senior mama? What were the vibes? Was it giving Golden Girl? Was it Trunchbull? Give us a story time in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.